Hey ghouls, Krueger, the sweetest psychopath you'll ever meet, and welcome back to my channel. Hey ghouls, I'm finally back with a new video, and today I'm going to film, so I'm going to be doing my makeup as I go along telling you guys my horrific story. I'm actually going to go ahead and use this very old Kat Von D high voltage eyeshadow primer. This is actually one of my favorite eyeshadow primers ever, but this was discontinued like years ago, and I still have some because like you barely need any. So, yeah, anyways, so... if you guys follow me on Instagram or anything, you probably already know, but a few days ago, I was actually bitten by a brown recluse spider. And if you don't know what that is, it's a really fucking dangerous, poisonous spider. And, you know, I'm fucking stupid, so I'm quite aware of what these spiders look like, what they do, and how dangerous they are. And I got bit by one a couple days ago, and even then I was kind of like, yeah, I got bit, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm gonna wait it out a couple days, and you know, I'm sure the pain will go away, like the swelliness, and I was so certain it was gonna go away. I'm actually gonna set the primer with the Becca Hydro Mist setting powder. I like this one because it does hydrate, so I feel like it doesn't make my eyes feel all dried out and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna use that. But anyways, yes. The first day I got bit, well actually what they told me too later on, I found out that people actually sometimes don't even know that they've been bitten until you start showing like signs of like, you know, dying. So who knows, I could have bitten like the day before, 2 days before I initially noticed the bite on my leg. I actually noticed it because it started to kind of itch, and when I reached down to like scratch it, because I did get bit on the back of my thigh. I was going to show y'all pictures, but no. I found out that I could have probably bitten days prior, and I didn't even know. So my stupid ass was kind of like, I'm fine. No big deal. Whatever. And actually I'm going to do my makeup kind of inspired by a brown recluse and stuff. So I'm going to do like a reddish brown eye with some green, because the green's going to symbolize like the venom. I went like 2 whole days without doing anything about it. And like, again, if you know about these spiders, you know how fucking stupid that is. My leg just kind of got really red and swollen. I mean, it was hurting a lot, but I still felt like, oh, I'll just take some allergy pills. It'll go away. It didn't. Finally, I was at school, and my leg was just like on fire. Like, it was on fire. My leg was hurting so bad, and just walking was so like intense, because like I guess it was so swelled up, like where it is behind my thigh. Like I could just feel the tightness around my leg. And still I was kind of like, I'll hold out. It'll go away. I was showing a few people, like my friends and my family, and each one of them were like, what the fuck, you idiot, go to the doctor. And I was like, she'll be fine. She will be just fine. Until I actually started getting a little concerned, because the bite is super bright red. And then in the middle, where I guess where the fangs entered, it was just white. It started turning purple. And I did start getting a little concerned. So my dad works in the ER department. And I asked him, like, hey, take a look at this. Does it look bad? Right away, he was just like, what the fuck? He's like, how long ago did this happen? And you're, like, not doing anything about it? So, okay. So I'm using the color Sour from the Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star. It's that color right there. So that's what I'm using to start off with this green. So yeah, so I showed it to my dad, and because he works in the ER, he right away was like, get your ass down here, you idiot. Like, what the fuck? So I go down there to see him, and luckily, oh my god, luckily I have some connections in the ER, because bitch, I was seen right away. I was still there for like 4 or 5 hours, mostly because they did a lot of like tests on me. So I'll get into the nitty gritty right now, but luckily because of that, I was seen faster. For them to see me. And by the way, I should go visit my dad at work more often, because my god, there were so many fine ass nurses walking around. I was like, hey daddy, what are you doing? Not my dad, the hot men. And I was like, ooh, okay. So yeah, first of all, they look at the thing and they originally told me that I should have popped it to try to like squeeze out any of the goodness that was in there, but it was like it kind of hurt. So when I would pinch it, like I kind of stopped. Like I'm like I have like a high pain tolerance as long as someone else is like doing it to me. So I would totally be fine if I was getting murdered. I'd be like, is that all you got, you little bitch? So, anyways, hold on. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god, that messed it up. So, anyways, yeah, everyone there, the nurses, the doctors, everyone who looked at my fucking leg, including my dad, were like, what the fuck? You saw this and were not alarmed to like rush to the emergency room? And even honestly, if my dad hadn't like forced me to go in, I still probably would not have gone, and I'd be like dead or like have no leg right now. So I finally get in there. They look at it. At first, I thought the doctor told me I had cellulite, and I was like, oh, bitch, I did not. But they said it was cellulitis. Sorry if that's wrong. But it's an infection like under the skin that's growing, I guess, because of the venom. And that dirty ass spider probably never brushed her teeth. So she had like dirty ass fangs, which caused this like gnarly, like gross infection. My leg looks so sick. Like, it is nasty. And I didn't get like the necrotic tissue. Sorry if I said that wrong. Where like my leg was like rotting and falling off. But I mean, I was on my way there. But the infection had spread like all over the back of my thigh. They said that it had started to streak. So I guess like the infection was starting to spread out. When I looked at my leg too, like it just looked like red, like someone, like it was paint and someone took their fingers and started spreading it down even further down my thigh. And yeah, so the doctor actually was like, you have waited so long, um, you might actually have blood clots because of the bite and the infection. So I was like, oh my god, really? So I had to wait there and get an ultrasound from I had to go get an ultrasound to like make sure like none of my like arteries are like clogged with blood clots or anything. And it was so it's, okay, so like I go in and oh my god, the sonogram or whatever. So I walk into the room and like, oh my god, the like ultrasound tech, gorgeous. He was hot, and he was the sorry. And when he was like, "Take off your pants," I was like, "Yes, God." But so it's fucking funny. So like since the bite's on the back of my leg, he told me to like undress, put the robe on, and just like lay down on the table so they could do the ultrasound or whatever it's called. And because it's on the back of my leg, I kind of like laid down on my stomach and was just like that. I was covered, but like he walked in, he laughs, and he was like, "No, no, no, you can lay on your back for this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She likes face contact. Ah! So I was like, okay. So yeah, and then he like shoved his hand like up my coochie to like get the artery or whatever you call it that's like in between your thigh. So he was with the sonogram thing, just like checking me out, and I was checking him out, and oh my god! So that's I think what took longer too was them to like have my results go through, and then have the fucking doctor finally tell me like if my leg was gonna be chopped off or not. A side note, they said if the infection had gotten any worse, if I waited like a day longer and the infection like reached my bone, they would have had to cut my leg off. And I would have been here making a story time like, OMG, I got my leg cut off while doing my makeup. Imagine. That would have actually made better content. I'm gonna stop taking the antibiotics. So, anyways, yeah, I'm like on 3 antibiotics and some allergy shit that they gave me to make the swelling go down and to wipe out the infection. I don't know what they shot me up with at the hospital, but it definitely took my headache away. Oh yeah, so as I'm like also dying from like a venomous bite, like my legs started to cramp up. I was getting like little muscle spasms here and there. I could feel them like shooting through my leg, and then I had like the worst fucking headache. I was like, oh my god, I think I'm dying, and I'm okay with it. And oh my god, like I'm spending so much time on the fucking green, and like, bitch, move on. Okay, look at my little baby Roxy. Oh, She wants to make a cameo. Did you just think my fat ass was eating something? I'm doing makeup, girl. I'm doing makeup, baby girl. Oh. She looks upset now that she's up here. She's like, oh, I thought you were eating. You're always eating. Oh, little face. Wow, this is the loud bitch you always hear in the background when I have to stop filming, because she's a loud, messy bitch who loves drama. Huh, Roxy? Huh, Roxy? Go ahead. Okay, so I'm using Dominatrix from Jeffree Star to kind of make like a base for like the brown shadow I want to smoke out. So I'm gonna put that bitch here. I saw this meme a long time ago and it made me laugh because like, that is so me, and now it came true. So like the meme was like me at 7 years old. Mommy, my leg hurts. Am I dying? Can I go to the hospital? And it's like me as an adult coughs up blood. I'm probably okay. Like that is definitely me. Like bitch. Like oh my god. Like my friends and my family can't get over how fucking stupid I am, because like I live in Texas in a desert area where like it's commonly known how dangerous these fucking spiders are. And I know I got bit by one. And I still did nothing. I still was like, I'll be fine. I mean, my uncle got bit a long time ago when I was a kid. Like, he got bit on his back. And, like, well, the crazy thing is, too, like, they say, like, if it was a black widow, I would have gotten sick immediately. And right away, I would have been, like, dead. Like, dying and, like, needed medical care, like, ASAP. With the recluse bites, they told me that like most people don't even know if they've been bitten until like they start showing signs of like, I guess, you know, it kicking in. And so I could have probably been bitten like a day or two longer. I don't know if I mentioned that already. So like, I guess my uncle, when back in the day when he got bit, he like I guess didn't know either. And he actually started getting the necrosis of the skin, of the tissue, all over his back. And on his back, he's got like a big black hole, and like the flesh around it was just rotting. So, see, like, I knew that could have happened, and I still did nothing. Like, why am I so stupid? So I was actually going to film another video too, but you know what? I just wasn't feeling it. Like I did my makeup for it like twice, sat down, was like, hey, what's up, you ghouls? And then I was kind of like, I'm not feeling it. So what I originally was going to do, and I think I mentioned it in one of my last videos, I wanted to film like a reaction to like the new cast for Drag Race, but to be completely and utterly honest, I just don't care for Drag Race as much anymore. Like last season 10, I don't really remember anybody. Like I watched it and I actually had to go back while I was like doing the like my little look up on the new queens, and I'm like, who fucking won last year? I'm like, oh yeah, Evie Oddly. I even like totally forgot all about her. Like that's how much I just didn't care about. That last season was so boring. I don't even like really remember too much of it except for like the end where they all do their little dance and like Vanjie freezes and fucks up and goes home. That's all I really remember from that season. But anyways, the Drag Race was just so like, I don't care. And because I wasn't passionate about it either, like I was just not having fun like looking up about the new queens or anything. Like I'm gonna still watch it, but I think maybe instead of like a trailer reaction video, I'll do like a first episode impression. Because also too, to be completely honest, ever since like I've been watching Drag Race since like season 1 when it was good up until like season like 6 was like the last good season for me. After that, I kind of just like lost interest. Like there's been a few seasons in between. Like I love Bob the Drag Queen season, and I love like other queens like James Mansfield, and yeah, like I don't know, like Drag Race like left the gay world and became like more focused on like a straight audience, and like the show just kind of like I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. Like sorry about it, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. Like I don't know, like no tea no shade, well all tea all shade. Like I'm just so like blech. All the queens look the same every season, especially this season. Like bitch, when I saw the fucking like the picture for all the new queens, I thought it was like a new all-star season or that new like stupid like drag celebrity thing, because I was like, oh look, it's Trinity K. Bonet, Kennedy Davenport, Trixie Mattel, and Morgan McMichaels. Like seriously, a lot of them all looked like past contestants, and I was like, But hey, I mean, everyone tells me I look like a door, and I'm honestly deeply offended by that because I try. I actually try. Work, and I'm finished. Alright, I'm gonna go over what I used on my face since I didn't film any of that, just to show you guys what I used in case you're curious. So for concealer, I actually used the new Becca concealer. This shit is super amazing. It's more like a sheer to medium coverage. I am honestly blessed. I don't need to have that much coverage under my eyes, and it leaves like a nice glowy radiant like finish. You could even put this on top of like a thicker concealer if you do need more coverage, and it just gives you like a soft, like radiant glow. Like, bitch, I love this. You could wear this on its own too, just like cover up like little things here and there. If you just want to like use it as a highlight, I have been obsessed with this since it came out. I know I've knocked on Becca before for like them being boring. It's like their stuff is kind of boring, but their complexion shit is flawless. I love it. Like, I honestly love this, and I've been using their Hydro Mist setting powder. Like, these together, I fucking love it. For blush, I went ahead and used the Clown Blush from It's Likely Makeup. I went ahead and used the orange shade. I thought that would be a nice touch with the fucking green and everything I used. For bronzer, I used this Patrick Star one from MAC from, like, about 2 years ago now, I believe. It was for the holiday. I fucking love this bronzer. It's stunning. So I use Money Honey from Jeffree Star as my highlight. I fucking love this color. Oh, and then I used like, what is it called? Peachy from Cover FX. It's just called Peach. It's like a little highlight stick. I use that for like my nose and my lip. Not my lip, but like my Cupid's bow. And for the lips, I used Half Red from MAC Lip Liner. I used Allegedly from Jeffree Star. And then I went ahead and topped it off with Sweet Mouth from Fenty. I just bought this like 2 days ago. It's my first time wearing it, and I love it. I actually really fucking love the Fenty gloss bombs. I think they're the tea. If you want to follow me in between uploads, you can hang out with me on Instagram. I do post there like quite often. I'm always active on Instagram, and that's terror_Krueger. I'll leave it down at the link below as always. But until the next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me. Smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. And until the next time, I'll see you ghouls later.